Greedy ex-wife gets omens in court. Oh, this is gotta be good, man. By Pearl Channel. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's watch it.
What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are going to be reacting to women expecting
Oh, it's gonna be a
her
reaction
ex-husband
of
to
a
pay
reaction.
for her and her new boyfriend to stay in the marital home. Most men that get married will end up getting divorced. When this happens, they will find themselves in divorce court. The system is so biased against men that women feel emboldened to be able to get away with anything.
Oh, so you don't know Brazil. Like, if you guys think that the system's horrible there for men, you don't know my country yet.
And everything. This is the case where a man's ex-wife moves her boyfriend into the marital home. She gets pregnant by the new boyfriend and expects the ex-husband to pay for all of it.
Oh my god, it's Brazil levels.
Her boyfriend.
But here it's even worse.
She demands money. She demands gas in her car. She demands.
Of course, demanding is like her profession, probably.
Groceries. She demands diapers. And in fact, he believes that her boyfriend is working out of the marital home using the internet he's paying for. This person that she claimed in her responsive declaration was only a friend and whom now she is 5 months pregnant by.
I don't receive any support through the state.
Look at this lawyer's face. She's so done.
For my other child that lives in the home who's 10 from a previous marriage, relationship, and I don't receive any kind of support for my significant other, who I am pregnant with right now.
That's sad. That's all.
Okay. Sir, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Besides, that's just a very greedy.
Oh, okay. Are too many people on the screen? Like, I'm getting confused. Like, oh, okay, this is the wife? Okay, the ex-wife, right? Who is this then? And who is this? This is the guy that was, I don't know. Was cheated on? It looks like it was cheated. I don't know.
Lady, no ma'am.
This is our motion, and we are asking that for a number of options.
Okay, so this is the attorney for the state, the mom.
Oh, attorney for dad. Dad, okay. He's attorney. Mom, attorney for the state. So, yeah, the guy is hiring an attorney, it seems. And she has an attorney of the state she's not paying, I guess. So who is she? Yeah, okay, this is probably the judge.
The dad, the attorney for the dad. Okay.
Items. We are asking that the court adopt our parenting plan, although we would like to modify that request with regard to the residential schedule. The parties since August have been doing a 50-50 week-on, week-off schedule, exchanging on Sundays at 5 p.m., and that seems to be working, and the children seem to be doing well under that schedule. So my client is asking that the court adopt that schedule as part of the parenting plan versus what the local rule schedule was that we put in there initially.
Ms. Lowe, are you in agreement with that change to the visitation schedule? Are you objecting to the proposal made?
Yes, Your Honor, I agree. That's the schedule that we've been maintaining since we agreed upon separation. And it seems to be the healthiest for the children and working out the best. So I agree with the petitioner's amendment to not go with their.
I hope she really care for the children, because it's not what usually happens. The children are usually only mentioned in these courts only to be used as tools to get what they want. They usually don't take care well of their kids. I'm not saying that she's one of them, but that is very high. It's highly a possibility.
Original parenting plan, but follow with the week on, week off that we've been doing since separation.
Okay. So, and I'm just going to make sure, and again, I know I'm kind of pinch hitting here, so I want to make sure right now we're still on motions for temporary orders, correct?
Yes, this is the first hearing on this case, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
So we are also asking that my client wants to return to the family home, and I can get into that argument in a minute. We addressed in the motion our request regarding temporary use and possession of the vehicles and property in their current possession, payment of bills, I think that was it. And child support. She in her responsive pleadings requested spousal support, although she did not make a specific request as to an amount. Your Honor, as to the marital home, my client did not agree to moving out despite mom's assertions that he did. The text messages do not reflect that he was in agreement with this option, and in fact, he never agreed to any of it. She demanded he moved out. She barked orders. She told him exactly how it was going to be, and that's what he was
Again, what usually happens, nothing different here.
stuck with, or at least he felt that he was stuck with. He has a separate property interest in the home from an inheritance that was constituted the down payment. And Your Honor, the fact is, it's my client who can afford the home. She can't afford to stay in the home on her own. She's not working, and that is by choice.
I'm not sure if I understood right. Okay, guys, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But looks like the guy is still paying for all the things in the home that he doesn't live there anymore. Like the ex-wife is living there, and but he still pay for all the things on it, even though he was kicked out for her out of his home, while she seems to be having like a case now or something with something else, and the guy needs to keep paying for all of this. That's insane, man. Oh my god, this went full nuts. It's insane, man.
And she has since moved her boyfriend in. This person that she claimed in her responsive declaration was only a friend, and whom now she is 5 months pregnant by.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Hell to men. Paying your hard-earned money, going towards another man that is banging your wife while you pay for it. That's hell. That's death.
It's the finest kind of cuckoldry.
Look at how pissed that guy looks. He looks pissed for a reason. He's not talking for a reason. He might crash out. In the past few years, I've met the most influential men on the planet. Andrew Tate, Piers Morgan, entrepreneurs, billionaires. And I don't want you just to watch. I want you to learn directly from them. When I meet high-level men, we create private content, exclusive trainings, and courses you can't get anywhere else. If you want access to my network, go to pearlinvite.com and apply. The first link in the description, and only serious men allowed.
So her representation to the court that this individual was just a support friend and just a good
There
friend.
is no propaganda.
No, it wasn't. Which validates my client's accounting of the facts in this case. The situation mom is currently in is of her own doing because of her choices. That does not relieve her of the responsibility now to support herself and to equally support her children. She expects my client to support her boyfriend, and their new
Oh my gosh.
child.
And I'm crazy for not believing in friendship between man and woman without any kind of interest. I mean, I think you can have that maybe online, but I think IRL, I think it's impossible. I really do. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know you guys' opinion in the comments about it. It's just what I saw, like in my IRL life, or people around me, people I know. Sometimes myself kids as well. Like, yeah, I've seen that quite a lot, and I don't see any examples different of this. So I don't know. Maybe it's something that is just it just happened in the reality where I live, in the place where I live. Maybe it's different somewhere else, but I don't trust it.
And so
Even though even more like when you have a husband or whatever, I mean, of course, I think they were divorced already, but come on, she needs to be more considerate. She's living on like his house that he's paying for everything with that kid. And Oh, this is so insane.
So where is her boyfriend's obligation? That's what we have to ask. Why should my client be paying for a house for him to live in rent free? He's not paying rent. And my client is not only the out spouse, but the expectations that she places on him in the text messages are untenable and unfair. She demands money. She demands gas in her car. She demands groceries. She demands diapers. He doesn't mind those things, but he is also paying for
All
her
the
housing.
demands,
He's paying
okay.
the utilities. And in fact, he believes that her boyfriend is working out of the marital home.
By the way, he still has a wife, like financially sane, but not in all other senses. The guy is still paying for everything. Oh my god, that is so freaking crazy. Damn, that's a horrible situation.
Oh my God, that is death. Can you guys imagine? Oh, you poor men. Oh, I would be like, I'm just thinking of the
By the way, to my 2% woman out there, it's not because you can that you should, you know? It's not because the law is on your side, it's on our side that you were supposed to do this stuff, you know? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Be different from all the others. Okay, it's fine if your circumstances are really like if all your circumstances in the moment that happens really enforces you to do so, you really needs help. It's understandable, but if you doesn't really need, don't do that to the person that you was with. It's very likely that that person doesn't deserve what the horrible stuff that you're doing with them, you know? Have a bit more of consideration. Use the empathy that God gave us, you know? Instead of using the empathy to defend criminals and illegal immigrants.
female equivalent. If I was paying for a guy's house while he's banging a chick 20 years younger, oh, I'm pissed, you know?
Using the internet, he's paying for. So my client is continuing to pay for the internet and the utilities to make sure that they're paid, and so his credit doesn't get affected, and to make sure his children are safe. But he is seriously being taken advantage of here. That being said,
It's
there's
pretty
absolutely
much
no
clear.
reason she cannot be working. And as the court is aware, we just agreed to a 50-50 residential schedule. So that means that there's no reason she can't be working on her off weeks from the children. I'd like to point out for the court that she did not file a proposed parenting plan. She did not file a financial declaration. We have no idea what her expenses are, what her income is, if she has any. She needs to get a job. If her boyfriend isn't working, he needs to be. If he isn't working, then he needs to pay. If he is working, then he needs to pay rent, thereby reducing my client's obligation. He can choose to pay rent to my client, or he can find his own place. My client is paying for everything right now and has been since this whole thing occurred, where she just picked up and left with no notice for a month and
Pay for his ex-wife get banged by another guy, paying like all the luxuries inside the home that the guy was also banging her. Like, it's insane, man.
3 weeks, and then just expects him to be out of the house, expects it to be in perfect shape, perfect condition upon her return. My client wanted me to address the flea situation.
There's a flea situation.
And the messiness of the house. The house is not as messy as she tries to represent. And here this guy is trying to take care of these kids and take care of kittens that she initially brought in. She decided to foster a bunch of flea-ridden kittens, and she brought them in the house. The flea issue started because of her. And then she tried to blame it on him, and now she's trying to use this declaration and this court process to say that it's him. It's his fault.
Nothing unusual here again. Nothing unusual.
It's his neglect, which is not the case. She also made some serious allegations about sexual assault, and then talked to my client subsequently, wherein she informed him that, well, the last time they were together, she just didn't want to. Never once did she say no. Never once did she ask him to stop. She never yelled, she never screamed, she never cried, she never called the police, she never sought a restraining order. Even now, in response to our motion, she's not even seeking any kind of protection order or restraining order against my client. She has no fear. You can't consent to something and then turn around and claim it to be an assault just because it wasn't something you wanted.
Oh, I love this girl.
Very
You guys
good.
ever contact
Very
her,
good.
put it in the comments. I want her on the show.
At the time.
This girl's badass.
If you didn't want it at the time, you need to speak up. You need to fight back. She didn't. So she can't come now to the court and say that my client is an abuser and that he sexually assaulted her. Not to mention the fact that it was not in the middle of a fight. It did not occur out of rage or extreme emotions. It just occurred. They're a married couple. As to requests for her spousal support, she makes no specific requests. She provides no financial documents. We have no idea what the status is of her boyfriend. And she is simply claiming that because they were married and during the marriage, she got to be the stay-at-home mom, she should continue to live that life of luxury after it was her decision to end the marriage, and not have to support herself or equally support the children. So we are asking that.
Of course was her decision to end the marriage. It's usually like happens. It's like 70 or 80% of the cases, women start the divorce. So yeah, of course it was her. But now she's the victim. She's the victim of her own decision. Wow, that's amazing. That's so freaking awesome, man.
Our motion be granted, Your Honor.
Right. Ms. Lowe, I have also received your response. I did not receive a proposed parenting plan from you, but I have received your response to the petitioner's proposed parenting plan. What would you like the court to know?
Well, Your Honor, there's many discrepancies in the petitioner's responses. I would just like the court to know that we had a mutual agreement when I wanted to get divorced that he would move out of the house. There was abuse in the relationship. That's why I left the home, marital home, during the time so that he could move out.
Does this look like a guy that's going to beat your ass? Can we just... Okay.
And it was safe. So when I
Breathe, Pearl. Breathe slowly.
returned, I have text messages showing that he knew I was at the airport. I was on my way home. He was preparing one of the vehicles for me. And originally he had said I could live in the marital home for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got back, everything changed. I am also 2 months pregnant, not 5 months pregnant. In regards to the sexual assault, I did cry. I did say no. I don't feel like it's necessarily appropriate for court, especially with me with no counsel, but I can't afford counsel at this time. I've done everything in my ability so far of filing TANF and filing for child support. I have thrown out many suggestions to the petitioner, such as splitting the mortgage on the marital home or him not paying the mortgage at all and me just continuing to raise the children in the marital home. I've been a stay-at-home mom since the birth of both of our children. So for those reasons, that's why.
Sometimes stay-at-home mothers, they say it's the hardest job in the world. There's a good chunk that are just lazy, if we're going to be honest here.
It is
I
not.
asked to stay, and that was our agreement. And he was moved out when I came back. So,
And
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And you, there's another adult living in the house with you at this time?
There is. I don't receive any support through the state for my other child that lives in the home who's 10 from a previous relationship, and I don't receive any kind of support for my significant other who I am pregnant with.
So what she's trying to say to the judge on the court here is the following. Because I don't receive any kinds of support from anyone, and I am a mother at home or whatever name it is that just escaping my mind right now. She's saying that because of this, that are all their choices, all her choices that she did previously in all those years, which means her accountability, on her accountability now, the guy has to suffer and pay for all of this because she's a victim of society. Marvelous.
right now.
And is your significant other who's living in the marital house with you paying any of the expenses for the home?
No, Your Honor, but I have offered to start paying expenses in the home. I've never asked the petitioner to pay the mortgage. It was his conclusion that he was going to keep doing it. He said he didn't want the power to go out on the children. But my only request was to stay in the marital home and raise my children. I'm very flexible.
You see how she says my children? The children do belong
Yeah. The children don't belong to him anymore. Like, it's only hers. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Oh, damn. While even... I will not even touch this. I will not even touch this matter. Oh, this video would be too much big. And I know many people would not agree with me on that part, so yeah.
to the women, though. They do in this country.
And everything else. But because this is a first hearing, we haven't gotten that far, and I can't afford counsel at this time. So I'm just kind of
And then
doing what I'm able to.
the period of time that you left Washington was about a month and a half, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the children stayed in the home with Mr. Lowe?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you know that you need 46 chromosomes to form a child? And she only furnishes 23. That means that the kid is also his. By the way, it's so much his that the guy needs to pay child support, the guy needs to, to do all of this stuff. But she say in the moment that she's gonna talk about the kids, it's my kids. Wow. Or she wants to mean like my tools. I think it's pretty much clear already.
So what I'm going to do, going through the petitioner's proposed temporary parenting plan, give you my ruling, and then Ms. Petrie, if you would be so kind as to make any changes per my order. I'll open it up for questions too. Jump in if anyone has questions as I go through this. So number one, in general, I'll adopt the petitioner's proposed plan with some changes. After review of the record, while I do think there is some evidence of probably more like 3B problems on mother's part, I am going to reserve for now on 3A and B limiting factors. We'll reserve those for the final order. Decision making at this time, for school, educational, healthcare will be joint. I will adopt dispute resolution and custodian section 6 and 7 as written. The parenting time schedule, I will adopt with the oral agreement that the parties have made here on the record today. That will include numbers 9 and 10 for summer schedule and holiday schedule. I don't see it directly in here, but I am going to order that Mr. Lowe remain in the marital home at this time. Do not believe it's appropriate for this court to order that Mr. Lowe pay expenses of this home while a new significant other is in the home.
Very good. Very good.
I also don't believe, without further investigation, that it's appropriate that the children at this time be expected to reside with a significant other that the court knows nothing about. So Mr. Lowe is to return to the home. Ms. Lowe is to vacate. Mr. Lowe will be responsible.
So if he's to return to the ranch, like she's the one who is gonna vacate, so like the guy's going back and she's leaving. Is that what I understood? I'm sorry that because the way she's speaking is kind of difficult, but to me. But I think this is what I got here, right? And I read, but this is so freaking awesome, man. If this is it, this is really amazing.
For payment of the, and I believe you had that listed in your original motion, all of the expenses related to the home.
She's in shock.
Which includes the mortgage,
She's in shock.
utilities,
It's so
insurance,
good, man.
property taxes, vehicle. All of that will be the responsibility of petitioner. As I understand it, this is a 5-year marriage. I'm not ordering support at this time. I'm not ordering any sort of alimony or marital payments to Ms. Lowe at this time in a temporary order. I will adopt 11, 12, 13, 14 as proposed by petitioner. I'm going over to the temporary family law order that petitioner proposed. So I will adopt in its entirety then the temporary family law order, which does require that the petitioner or allow the petitioner to return to the home and stay in the family home. Respondent must move out of the family home within 30 days of today's date.
Your Honor, will the court address child support today?
I was just going to turn to you and ask the state if, based on my rulings on the temporary orders, if there were any changes to the state's proposals for child support.
There's not. The kids are receiving TANF benefits, and that I know that is a little more complicated because the statute prohibits a residential credit when the children are receiving TANF benefits. Our proposed worksheets were filed November 13th. We used the father's actual income based on his September 29th wage stub, which he filed with the court. The mother has no employment security history, so we imputed her at minimum wage 32 hours per week. I do note that that results in a transfer payment of $1,787 a month from father to essentially to the state of Washington, so long as mom remains on TANF. I do recognize, given your ruling, that may seem somewhat unequitable, but I'm not aware of an exception under the law, at least not in regards to a residential credit.
I do believe a residential credit would be appropriate, considering that they are going to be doing 50-50, and it is for 2 children. I also would request that she be imputed at 40 hours a week. There's absolutely no reason she can't work full time. My client certainly doesn't. He gets by.
And just briefly in reply, Your Honor, the statute, which I don't have in front of me right now, specifically says that a residential credit cannot be granted when a parent is receiving TANF. TANF is evidence that there's insufficient funds in the household to support the children. And then in terms of the mother's income, we followed the imputation statute, which indicates when there's no employment history and a parent is receiving TANF benefits, they're to be imputed at minimum wage 32 hours per week.
Here's what I'm going to do on this, because I don't have, I'm just looking through my papers diligently. Sometimes things get attached to the back of them.
We did not send over a proposed order. I was unsure where primary parent would land.
Understood. Let's do this.
Okay, I not understand all these judicial way of talking here. It's kind of complicated to me. I'm sorry, guys. But let me say one thing. If they are both dividing 50-50 this, if both of them are divided 50-50 the time with the kids, why he has to pay child support? Or he doesn't have to anymore? I'm not sure what happened there. What they were talking about. But like, if there isn't, why it's fair still that the guy still has to pay the child support to her, while both are divided 50-50 that the child, Of course, she has no income. That's pretty much clear. So by the time that the kids will stay with her, she needs some money to take care of the kids. But it's like, I think it's like the this woman here, his attorney was saying that Right. If he can afford work while he stay with the kids 50-50, also can her. Didn't she say something like that? So I think she need to get a job real fast.
Because let's set this case to December 5 for presentation of.
Let me know if I'm wrong in any of my statements here in the comments, because I'm not sure if I understood correctly what's happening here, okay? It's kind of bit more complicated level of talking here with all this judicial stuff going on, and they are talking quite a bit fast, so yeah, I'm not sure if I understood correctly. Let me know in the comments if I made any incorrect statement or something, and what it should be like. Thank you very much for that. Let's continue.
The orders I've already ruled on, unless they get signed ahead of time.
Okay. That sounds like death to a man. That really sounds like court archives. I'm going to subscribe to this. That's hilarious. The boyfriend will leave her once he realizes he has to find a place to live and no more free rent. 2 jobless, homeless people having a baby and wanting to depend on the ex. God help us all. Thank you, Judge. I like the judge. She gave the man back his home, his kids, and put her and her boyfriend's freeloading butts on the curb. Lady, you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Do it on your new man's dime. Also, she was the one who filed for divorce and left him. If the dad is taking care of the kids 50% of the time, why is he paying any child support at all? Free house, free utilities.
Exactly, it's what I said.
Parenting, and she still wants more. Our system is broken beyond repair. Father has a home,
It
a job,
is.
and a willingness to care for the kids. The mom has no job and no desire for a job, and a deadbeat dad. Gee, I wonder who's better for the kid. He hired a great lawyer worth every penny. Yeah, she was hilarious. Well, how do you guys think her conversation?
She was very good, actually. Very good. Compared to her attorney that it was from the government, it seems like it's uncomparable. She did, I think she did everything she could. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, she was very awesome. And luckily the guy got something back. Because here, I bet he would still keep the home. You guys have no idea how these things are here. If you guys think things are terrible there, you guys have no idea how things are here.
With her boyfriend's gonna go. So funny. Let me know what you guys think in the comments for this video. And if you have any more court reactions you want me to do, send them to me on Twitter, Pearly Things with the Z. Like the video on your way out.
For the past oh my god, I'm sorry, my tone. For the passport bros out there that, oh, I wanna go to Brazil and hook up with some Brazilians. Be careful. Be very careful with that. Take my advice with all your hearts, because you're gonna need it if you're gonna do so. We've had cases of people from literally US being arrested here for just doing this kind of place here, ended up arrested. So yeah, you better evaluate your decisions very well regarding of this here. I'm just trying to help you out, okay? Just trying to help you out. Just don't think about it. And by the way, I wouldn't come for if I was you, I wouldn't come here just for that. I wouldn't come here at all. But yeah, it's up to you. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 3-tailed fox tier members, Wolony Wolf, Heath Rowell, Fenny Sylvy, Zalost, Taiashi, Zaela Zhezzaia, and Succubus Bait. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel live and grow with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Thank you guys very much for watching, it was very interesting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check the links below, it supports me so I can get the fuck out of here, because I want to. And I'll see you all guys in the next one. Bye, good night. And that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ja, mata ne!